friends, welcome you in Tales of Flora. My name is Rajareshwari and today I would like to talk about Kadam plants, how to care of this plant. Join us on a journey to explore the wonders of this beautiful tree which holds a special place in many cultures and ecosystems across the world. So, we start from the botanical name of Kadam. The name is Neolamarckia cadamba and its Latin name is Anthocephalus cadamba. In Angrezi, in English we call it as Kadam, and in Sanskrit we call it Hari Priye, means Hari ka Priye, Shri Krishna ka Priye, and Kadam, and in Hindi we call it as Kadam. So everything will start about this plant. So first we start from the overview. Kadam fruit plant is an evergreen tree native to the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. It belongs to the Rubiaceae family and can grow up to a height of 30 to 45 meters. This magnificent tree is known for its lush green foliage and its bunches of aromatic flowers and adorn its branches. Next, we'll talk about the cultural significance of this plant. Various cultures, the Kadam tree is revered and holds deep spiritual significance. In India, it is associated with Lord Krishna and is believed to be one of his favorite trees. The flower's sweet fragrance is particularly popular in Krishna's playful endeavors, and they are often used in religious rituals and decorations during festivals. Next, we'll talk about botanical features of this plant. Kadam tree boasts large glossy leaves that provide ample shade and make it an ideal tree for planting in gardens and parks. The flowers, which bloom during the monsoon season, are a sight to behold, with their orange to yellowish hue and a captivating aroma that attracts bees, butterflies, and other pollinators. Next, we'll talk about abundance of nectar. One of the remarkable features of the Kadam flower is its abundant nectar productions. The nectar-rich flowers are a crucial food source for various insect species and birds, making the Kadam tree an essential contributor to local biodiversity and ecosystem health. Now I will talk about care of this tree or plant. So, caring for a kadam tree is essential to ensure its health, growth and longevity. Here are some helpful tips for nurturing a kadam tree. So, the first thing is location. Choose a sunny to partially shaded spot for planting the kadam tree. It prefers well draining soil and can tolerate a range of soil types but thrives in loamy soil. And at the second number is watering. While the kadam tree is relatively drought tolerant once established, it is essential to water it regularly during its initial growth phase. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. During dry spells, provide additional water as needed. So we'll talk about next is mulching. Apply a layer of organic mulch around the base of the tree to conserve soil moisture, suppress weed growth and provide essential nutrients as it decomposes. The fourth number is pruning. Prune the kadam tree regularly to maintain its shape, remove dead or diseased branches, and encourage new growth. Pruning should ideally be done after flowering or during the dormant season. At the 5 number, we'll talk about fertilization. The kadam tree benefits from balanced fertilizer applications during its growing season, like summer, and spring season, use a slow release fertilizer or well rotted compost to promote healthy growth. At the sixth number, we'll talk about protection from extreme conditions like young kadam trees may need protection from extreme weather conditions such as strong winds and frost. Consider using windbreaks and covering the tree during frost periods. And at the seventh number, we'll talk about pests and disease. Keep an eye out for common pests like aphids and mealybugs as well as fungal diseases. If you notice any infestations or signs of disease, treat the tree promptly with appropriate organic or chemical solutions. And next, at the eighth number, we'll talk about propagation. How can you multiply your plants? Propagation. If you wish to propagate new kadam tree, you can do so through seeds or stem cutting. Ensure proper care for the young saplings until they establish strong root systems. As you know very well, if you grow a plant with the help of a seed, then it will take few years to grow and it will take some more years for fruiting and proper development. But if you keep the plants propagated or grafted, then it will give you result in just a few years, like 1 year or 2 years it will start giving fruits. So next we'll talk about support for young trees. At the 9 number, provide support to young kadam trees using stalks or ties to help them grow straight and stable. At the 10th number, I'll talk about regular monitoring. Inspect the tree for any signs of stress, nutrient deficiency, or diseases. Address any issues promptly to maintain the tree's health. And the last, we'll talk about avoid overwatering at the 11th number. While it's crucial to keep the soil moist, avoid overwatering as this can lead to root rot and other water related issues. By following these caring tips, you can ensure that your kadam tree thrives, rewards you with beautiful flowers and fruits, and becomes a stunning addition to your landscape. Always be attentive to its specific needs and adapt your care routine accordingly. Now next, I'd like to talk about medicinal use of this tree or plant. So first, respiratory conditions. In traditional medicine, various parts of the kadam tree such as the bark, leaves and flowers have been used to treat respiratory ailments like cough, colds and asthma. Next, wound healing. The bark and leaves of the kadam tree have been used to aid wound healing and alleviate skin related issues. Next, fever and infections. In some traditional practices, part of the kadam tree have been used to reduce fever and combat infections. Next, gastrointestinal issues. The kadam tree's fruit and bark have been utilized to address digestive problems. Now we'll talk about the use of its stem, wood, and all the hard parts of this tree. So, I'll talk about timber. The kadam tree produces a lightweight and relatively soft wood which is often used for making low cost furniture, plywood, and other wood based products. And it's essential to remember that while the kadam tree has been used traditionally for medicinal purposes, scientific research and clinical studies are necessary to validate these claims fully. Additionally, the information provided here is based on traditional knowledge. As with any natural remedy or traditional use, it's essential to consult with a qualified healthcare professionals or botanist before using the Kadam tree or its parts for medicinal purposes, especially if you have any pre existing medical conditions or are taking medications. They can provide personalized advice and guidance based on your specific health needs. So, beyond of it all, I'd like to talk about the religious and cultural significance of this tree. The Kadam tree holds religious significance in Hinduism and is often associated with Lord Krishna. It is believed that Lord Krishna and Radha would often sit under the shade of a Kadam tree. As a result, Kadam tree are sometimes found near temples and sacred sites. And now I would like to tell you something about environmental uses of this Kadam tree. Kadam trees are known for their ability to provide shade and act as a windbreaker. They are also useful for soil conservation and erosion control. And next, I'd like to talk about ornamental, which is my last topic. Ornamental use. The beautiful flowers and overall appearance of the Kadam tree make it suitable for landscaping and ornamental purposes in garden and parks, dividers, roadsides and other school compounds and other national parks and different areas. So thank you for watching it. If you found it useful, then must share your comment, your suggestions, your experience which you have done it while watching through it. So must share your comments and your thoughts. So thank you so much for watching it. Bye bye. See you in next video.